What's up everybody, it's Natalie here, and today I am filming a tech video. Which is funny because I don't really film videos like this, but a tech video is one of my most popular videos. It actually is my most popular video, my what's on my iPad video, and many of you guys may have seen it. I'm really gonna show you guys how I customize the new iOS 14 setup and how I like to customize it, what works for me, and also give you tips on how to use your phone less, because that has been one of my main missions, is to use my phone less. And I'm still a work in progress, but I'm getting there, and I found a few tricks that help me out. So if you guys know any other tricks, then you guys can leave them down below. This is what my home screen looks like right now. You do have to get the iOS 14 update to have the ability to do this for your phone and for your home screen, but I really love it. I think it's so aesthetic. I think it's really cute. It's very clean and like calm when I look at it, and when I open my phone, it's like the first thing I see, and I just really love that. It's just so like neutral. There's no notifications, none of that stuff. I really love how it looks, and I was seeing it all over Instagram, people customizing their home screen, and I was like, how the heck do you do this? And I haven't found a tutorial that was like spot on. Every tutorial that I have found, I've had to Google extra steps. Like I found it on TikTok and it was just going way too fast, so I needed to look up a few extra steps because I didn't know how to do it. So hopefully this tutorial will help you guys create a very custom iOS 14 home screen. The way I have it is that it's very clean. It's basically my most used apps are on the front of my phone, and then at the bottom where like your dock is, I actually don't have anything because that brings in some notifications. I didn't want the same icons on every single screen. I just wanted to keep it clean. So it's actually just blank there. So it's just a big blank space, but I do think that it looks really nice. So again, it's just very clear. I like it like that. I like that it's clean. So I have my Widgetsmith, which is like the Monday widget, and then I have my main apps. So the main apps that I use is my camera app for taking photos, my settings app, my messages app, my Spotify, my Gmail, my Google Chrome, Instagram, my Google Calendar, which I love. And then I have two more widgets, which is a reminders and a calendar one. So the reminders, I honestly don't use that much, but I need to start using it more. So I actually don't have any reminders right now, but that's just gonna be great once I start using it more to have right there. I thought that was really neat that they could make that into a feature. And then for the calendar, it doesn't connect directly to my Google Calendar, but my Google Calendar typically syncs up with my Apple Calendar. So overall, I can kind of see what there is that I need to do if anything's like time sensitive. So I have that there too. So before you guys begin wondering how to customize this, you are going to need to download two apps if you haven't done so already, or if they're not on your phone already. I personally thought that these were already on your phone, but they are not. So I did have to download them from the App Store. I go to the App Store, and then you are going to type in shortcuts. You are going to scroll down and you're going to get shortcuts. So shortcuts is what I use. It is a way to automate your devices, are able to do way more with your apps. You're going to download that, and then you're also going to download Widgetsmith. And that should be the first one that comes up, and for some reason it doesn't have the best stars. That kind of worried me, but for me it's been fine so far. That's how you're going to get your big widgets on your iPhone that you can customize. Apple already has widgets for you, so you can do weather, you can do photos, you can do podcasts, maps, app suggestions. There's a ton of different things that you can add that Apple already has. You don't need to download any apps, but it's not going to be as aesthetic. So that's why I did Widgetsmith, because I wanted to make them very pretty and nice, and so that's why I downloaded that. How I got my widgets is I actually opened Widgetsmith, and here are my widgets that I have. So I have two small ones, a medium one, and then a large one. The large one I actually do not have on my home screen, but it's good to have on there anyways. I think it automatically comes with all of these. So what you need to do to create a widget, you can either edit the one that's already in there, or you can do add small widget. An automatic one is going to pop up, and then you have to click on that, click on the widget, and then you have a ton of different options for you to choose from. However, the ones that are locked, which that means you have to pay for it, and it ranges from a couple dollars a month. So I personally have the free version. I don't really want to pay for just like a widget on my home screen. I just didn't feel like that was necessary, even if it is $1, but you know, to each their own. I know whenever an app costs money, I'm like, I don't need that. And then it's like $1, and $1 is like nothing, but I'm still like, I don't need it. For my small widget, how I got that was I did just the day, because sometimes, you know, you're wondering like, what day it is. I just wanted to be able to see it really easily. So I just did the day. And then to customize it, you go into your font. You can change the font. My font that I chose was Futura. You can go to your tint color. You can change all of these colors. I like to do black, but then the background color is where you have a ton more different options. You can also do borders. So I always love the cream colors. I just love my neutrals. So that is why I did cream. And then I also go to the tint color and then make it black so that you guys can see it. And then there you have it. There's your small widget. You can do the same for the medium. So the medium ones, if you click on add medium widget and you click on it, then you guys can have so many different options. You can even do like a cute little quote, which I've seen a lot of people doing. So for example, if I did custom text, in my text, I wanted to say, dreams don't work unless you do. Common quote. I feel like it's one of those that you see it and you get motivated. So I actually kind of like that. You can change your font. I love the New York font. I think that one's really pretty. I like the Futura font. I think that one's really pretty. And then of course you can change your background color. My favorites personally are the 80% gray one, and then the cream and like the pale pink and the pastel orange. I think those are so pretty. And then for the tint color, I like the gray or I like the black, but I really like that pop of black. And then basically save it and you have your little medium widget. So you can also make a large one. You can make however many you want and customize it through the app Widgetsmith, which I think is really, really cool. And you can rename your widgets too, so that you guys can remember exactly what they are. So now if you go to your home screen, you can actually hold down an app, hit edit, click on the plus sign, and then scroll all the way down to Widgetsmith. So now you're actually going to hit small, medium, or large, whichever one you want to add. So let's say I wanted to add my quote on here. You hit medium, you hit add widget, it pops up at the top, and then you can actually hit the medium widget, and then hit medium 2 because that's my quote, and then hit done, and then there's my quote at the very top, which I think is really pretty and really cool. But again, you can add reminders, you can add a calendar, you can add whatever you want on that app. So I am going to delete it because I want it to look like what it was before. I'm going to add a reminder to edit iOS 14 video. And there it is, edit iOS 14 video. So now I have it on my home screen, which is really cool. So that's how you add those widgets onto your phone. The way now to add icons and different pictures of the icons is what you're gonna use shortcuts for. So we're gonna go to the app called Shortcuts. Here are all of my shortcuts. So shortcuts pretty much are ways to automate your apps, ways to automate your devices. You can add multiple shortcuts in one button. So let's say I wanted to open Instagram and then I automatically wanted to open Google Chrome for some reason. If I hit the icon of it, which I created a shortcut for, it'll open Instagram and then it'll open Google Chrome. Like, it's just an automated way to add to your apps. This is really cool. You don't need to use this just to change your icons. You can do it for whatever you want. I know a lot of people are actually doing it to, like, for example, Starbucks. They're saving their favorite Starbucks orders and they're making a shortcut for it. So that means they open the Starbucks app and it goes directly to their order, which is really cool too. You can add a shortcut for that. So you can add a shortcut for a ton of different things. If you want to like have your boyfriend or whatever on FaceTime, instead of opening the FaceTime app or opening his contact name, you can make a shortcut for just like FaceTiming your boyfriend and it'll automatically do it. There's so many different ways to do it, but I'm just going to show you the way that I customize my home screen with it. So you're going to go to the Shortcuts app and then you're going to hit the plus button. You're going to hit add action and you're going to go to scripting. There are so many different shortcuts though, so I highly recommend playing with the app. But once you go to scripting, you're going to click open app. The app you're going to choose, let's say I want to open Adweek, for example. You're going to go to next. Shortcut name, I just name the shortcut name the name of the app, but you can feel free to do whatever you want with it. You can make them emojis, you can do whatever you want. And then you're gonna hit done. I'm gonna now click on the 3 dots at Adweek, and then I'm going to click the 3 dots again, and I'm gonna click add to home screen. Now, before you add to home screen, this is gonna be what you're gonna wanna do. You're gonna wanna go to Pinterest, and you are going to want to look up whatever color palette you want. So I did nude background. That's what I personally liked. I just went on a bunch of these and then ended up just saving a few of them. So this one is really cool and kind of goes with my theme. So I'm going to click on the 3 dots and I'm going to click download image. And then I'm going to go back to here, click on the icon that's already in the shortcuts. I'm going to hit choose photo. And then you can zoom in, you can zoom out, whatever you want. Hit choose, hit add, and then you hit done. Then you're gonna go to your home page, and there it is with the icon. You're gonna click on it. It does automatically open to shortcuts first for like a millisecond, and then goes to your app, and then there you go. You have a shortcut. So that's really cool. So that is how you do that. You can arrange your home screen any different way. The way you arrange it is you hold down, you hit edit home screen, and then you can drag them around, you can remove them, you can make a folder, whatever you want to do. This is just what I liked. Another tip for kind of how to find good photos is once you find one photo you like, if you go on Pinterest and you scroll down, there's gonna be a lot more that look like it and that might fit your theme. So that's kind of what I used. I went from one and then I scrolled down and I saw different ones that I liked, and then I clicked on that one and then I scrolled down and saw different ones that were similar. That's the way I like to scroll on Pinterest. They get you with that suggested stuff. I know that's just how it works. So that is how you kind of create your home screen. You can lay it out. You can make multiple aesthetic home screens as well. It doesn't just have to be this one. And I would love to see the way you guys do it, but that is how I liked to customize it. It does take some time because you do have to make shortcuts for every single app. But it's still, I just did the ones that I use the most. And then you go to my second page and this is what it looks like. It's all my regular apps, regular icons, all their folders, and it's organized really nicely in my opinion. I don't know, some people might not like it, but this is how I organize my iPhone. So once I'm done with my home screen, I like it because it's very clean. I don't get any notifications on it, and then you scroll and then you go to your home page, and here's where you might get your important notifications. If you really want to find an app quickly, you can find it on here, or you can scroll again and go to your app library. But the best way that I always find apps is just scrolling down and typing, for example, TikTok. Bam, TikTok pops up, you know? So that is how I do it normally, but I just like it that when I open my phone, it's just very, very, very clean. I think that's just like the nicest part about it. And then it's really nice having like my reminders right there, my calendar right there. Like that is just so nice. And then now I kind of want to give you guys tips on how to use your phone less. And one of the tips is actually going to be using this customization, because with these shortcuts, just so you know, you do not get notifications on them. You're not gonna get a little one if you do messages as a shortcut. You're gonna have to go to your actual app icon to get that notification. But I actually prefer this because it makes me use my phone way less. It makes me see this and be like, oh good, I don't have anything. But if I scroll down, I can actually see all my notifications that I have. So that's just something to think about, is that when you do these shortcuts, you're not gonna see your notifications, but don't worry, it's not like your apps are deleted. I just put them on the second screen, and yeah, it's way more organized that way. I also like to declutter. I don't like having a bunch of different pages filled with apps, so I always put my apps in different folders. I have a music folder, travel, Apple products like that I don't use, like for example, it's iTunes, Apple Music, books, contacts, App Store, all of that stuff. I have entertainment, photography, social, shopping, health and nutrition, school, utilities, work, and news. And these are all loose categories I made years ago. I haven't really updated them, but they're just things that I have found a way to filter them through. And then the ones that I use often, which I don't want to put in a folder, I just want them to be right there, is like my settings, my camera, my Chrome, my phone, and my messages. Those things I want to be able to see right away. So that's how I organized my second screen. And here's where you can get notifications, but I pretty much have all my notifications turned off for almost every single app. So if you go to your settings and you click notifications, you're going to see all your apps, and here's all the ones that I have. I will typically go through once I see an app, like for example, I see health and nutrition, and I see BetterHelp has a message on it, and I see that it has a little notification. I'll keep that one on because it might be important, you know. But for example, if I saw the news and I saw it had a notification on my news thing, I'm gonna turn that off. But I do sometimes like seeing notifications like in the banner, but I don't necessarily like seeing notifications on like the little one bubble, you know, like how my messages has 7 notifications right now. I might not want to see that on every app, but I might want to still get notifications. So for example, I do that with this app called Volve, which is a news app, which I personally really like. So I have it off on the notification center, but I have it on for the lock screen and for banners, and then I have my badges turned off. So that means I'll still get a little banner that it comes on, but it's not gonna be in my notifications feed. It's not gonna make it look like I have a notification because I don't need to be checking my phone all the time for that. It just really helps me save like screen time. It makes me not use my phone as much, and it honestly I think is better for my mental health, not being on my phone as much. And if you guys have not, I highly recommend watching The Social Dilemma for seeing kind of how like addicting these phones are. So I've really been trying to kind of cut back on that. So that's kind of how I like to organize my iPhone. So I just have my main aesthetic little screen, and then I swipe and I have all my apps, and yeah, it's just really useful, really organized. And Pinterest is definitely the way to go when you're trying to find like app icons and also like backgrounds and stuff like that. I hope that this video helped you, and please send me photos of your lock screen, your home screen, whatever it is, because I'd love to see how you guys customize it. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video.